I don't know if you've ever babysitted someone, but I can tell you most of the time they will try to convince you of things that they normally are not allowed to do. Or they will try to trick you into doing something that's not really allowed, you know? And kids have always been this way. This story is from the Netherlands, and a long time ago, in a small castle, there lived a man. And this man had a daughter, his wife died, so they needed to have a chambermaid to look after the girl. Well, they found someone and they hired her, and they said, well, you can come everywhere within this castle except for the treasure. Well, it wasn't a big deal for her, and she's like, okay, you know, I will take care of your daughter and things will go fine. And things were fine for a very long time. Until one day, it was a rainy summer day, and the girl was just bored out of her mind. And she told her chambermaid that she wanted to play hide and seek. And the chambermaid agreed. And she started to count. The girl went and hid herself somewhere. But no matter where the chambermaid looked, she could not find the girl. She looked in the kitchen drawers, in cupboards, in closets, anywhere that she could possibly hide. At one point she looked everywhere inside the house, except for the treasure room. So she opened the door and looked in, not daring to step in any further because it was not allowed. But still she didn't see anything. And she leaned further and further and further and further inside, until finally she lost her balance, fell in the crowd. And right on that moment, the girl sped past her, and the door fell into the doorframe behind her, locked. So when the man of the house came home that night, he was pissed beyond imagination. He did not like it that the chambermaid actually got into the treasure room. And he didn't want to listen to any of her explanations as to why it happened, and that the girl was just playing hide and seek and was trying to find his daughter. He didn't care. He decided to give her a punishment. And the punishment was rather harsh. She was to stay locked up within this treasure room, and every single day she would get new bags of shells and new buckets of glue. And the only way she would ever get out of that room was if she put every single shell on the walls, on the ceiling, on the floor, until every single inch of that room was covered in seashells. Well, she did what was asked and spent year after year doing her task. And by the end of it, when she was finally done and she was allowed to go free, she went walking outside and saw her reflection in a lake. And she was so shocked at the way that she looked and how depressed and miserable she looked that she fell over into the water and was never seen again.